Yeah, where are you going? Where are you going? Stop that. Okay, I was gonna wait for a minute, then I was gonna go talk to the guy on
You
the
sit
balcony.
on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Man, if I can get it, I kind of want to wait a whole hour to see what happens. Ah, okay. Just like fast cuts.
You finally stop picking your nose.
Alright, gotta go, yeah, this guy, gotta go talk to him at 9, so I still got quite a lot of time. So I gotta talk to that guy. Should keep asking people about the gun. Still have to find out who the lady driver is. You seen any lost guns around?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. I'm feeling like Everard Clare has my gun. Like, it sure seems like he does.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Maybe I should just go talk to Claire. I don't like him, and I probably shouldn't do that. I thought my main man came with me, but yeah, maybe I should just wait for him.
The file cabinet stands steady as a... Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling board. All items on the list. The drawer slides shut.
Maybe I can go ask about the borscht. A giant aspirant in the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to this radio.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
So it's a phone? Who would I call? I'm interested in who I might want to
machine
call.
swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let muscle memory dial a random number. Let's see if my brain knows something.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Well, I mean, he works in a video rental store. What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
Okay, what does this place mean? Do you know me? What did I call you?
No.
What did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name. Well, you know your name now. It's Harry Dubois. Although you don't seem to want to have that name anymore. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Do you have anything on my name?
Raphael what? Listen, I can't help you over the phone.
He sounds
If
annoyed.
you need further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. Are we done?
On
Okay.
the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
What? It's all shit.
It.
Okay, we're done. Hang up the phone. Pretty much just messing around exploring until I can, go talk to that one guy. Can I go put his picture back?
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name of
Okay. Can I, like, look through the windows? Okay, I guess not. I wonder if Claire would be more willing to talk to Harry here now that Kim's not here. Like, what if he wants to let something slip?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Yeah, dude. Hey there,
The
sugar.
container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery.
You're a fine piece of engineering, you know that.
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
Could I actually increase that? I mean, I do have some skills I think that I can lead up. Rhetoric. Oh, this is a pretty cool game. Oh, wow. Basically in this game you are a detective and you're investigating a murder, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on too. Trying to see if any of my items, well, none of them increase rhetoric.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Wait, fuck, should I, like, maybe I should put that item back in the freezer? Maybe I should go do that, but also I am very interested to see if Everett says anything now that I'm alone. Maybe it'll make him open up a bit more. I don't trust this guy for a fucking second.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Who exactly are your best men?
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
I'm expecting he's holding my gun hostage. Gun might have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun. Keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? I'll not be blackmailed with this gun business. I'm gonna be straight up with him.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
You know there are guns on the wall of one of the buildings.
Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
Call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Okay.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
He shrugs in an amazed expression. It's true, my memory's a bit hazy. My memory is fine, I'm just testing you. Yeah, I'm gonna lie about it.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong.
Yeah.
However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
You must have questions, Harry. Come on now. Don't be shy. Let's hear them.
He makes a come here motion.
Asking
Command
too many
motion.
questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder.
Know anything about my family? Do I have a wife and kids? Or what kind of cop does it say I am? Where did you get that folder? Have another look at the folder. Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Does he mean the precinct?
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau and everything else from your behavior here in Martinez.
What does he have watching me?
But I really got you good there
Everyone,
for a
I
moment,
guess.
didn't I, Harry? Now, what can I do for you?
He laughs like he just pulled off a successful prank.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
He nods.
I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
I sense there's a but.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Well then, why don't we?
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're a police officer, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
You heard wrong, Everard. We're not. I've opened a few doors in my life. This guy wants me to get into something. Does he have the key to the back rooms of the Whirling Rags or something? If I play along, maybe I could get into some areas.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Sure.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
That's what I'm hoping. Why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. Accept the task. I can't accept this thing, refuse the task for now. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Well, he does run around all day. Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Yeah, what do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
Aha. He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. I mean, he definitely does, but...
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Alright, damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
He smiles, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
What if some of your people go in after I unlock the door, is the thing? Switch it up a bit. What's in that container outside?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Well, there's something special about it. It was attached to the Convulsion crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch.
He says with the fondest of smiles.
Resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
He is being wishy-washy there. He knows something about it.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I mean, it said that I needed more rhetoric, so... maybe asking him about it will help, but maybe it's like...
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
I'm wondering if it's like a password, if I have to speak a password into it, and that's what will open it, which is why it gives me the option to convince it to open. Okay, well, I guess I'll go, hey, money. I guess I'll go talk to him and go see what's in that door. Huh? The composite eye of halogen light watches you, emitting a low buzz.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
I'm gonna try this extremely low check.
It seems to have grown slightly. And
well,
as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
I'm pretty sure it's gotta be some sort of passcode. Probably. Maybe, perhaps. Okay, at least this should lead me right out to, Manana. Anything else I missed here? I didn't see that other one last time. I found the note there. Okay. gotta go this way. Also, can I get past him now that I have the card or whatever?
Your race descent has only worsened since
Oh
I
my god, they're
last
so
saw
annoying.
you. You have.
Okay, so I guess I can't get past him yet. What's up, man?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
That was nice.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Ever said you had a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Runs his fingers through mustache. He said it belonged to a weasel. I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think? I was hoping you'd tell me. Said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm wondering if this is gonna be a test. Like, if I open up the door and go into the building, if he'll see me going into the building on whatever fucking cameras or something he has set up around this place. Or whatever little flies on the wall he has eyeing me out, and it'll be like, oh, you failed our trust thing, or whatever. I mean, I'm still probably gonna go into the room, but I'm wondering if that's part of it. Okay, I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel, and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I mean, I'm kinda not.
Oh, so the none of the above type are you? I get it. I like to keep my distance too.
He nods.
But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling in Rags.
Oh.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, a basement door. Is that the one that goes down? Okay, where'd you get the key
The
from?
janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wandered off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
He doesn't wait for your answer. Anything else I should know about this task? The weasel person will be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility.
Aha.
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law.
Takes a
But
swig.
really, they're just like you.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share.
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. So not wages or pensions or... How large a share? What do you like? Okay, economy stuff, I get it. Not wages or
This
pensions.
stuff, they already covered.
Okay. Not more than most people have. At least you got the benefits, that's something. However much you feed the wool. Wait, what does that mean? I don't know which one to say.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
That makes sense. How much of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Yeah, okay. Bossman Everett, what can you tell me about him? Oh, hey, Jessica.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
Okay. What does bossing the union entail, anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own. By heavens, why would he not be corrupt?
Nah.
We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world,
Mm-hmm.
the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Hmm. Does seem kind of lavish
He
to me.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
Yeah, makes sense.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Hmm. Oh, congrats on getting more comic pages done. Welcome, Snakes. Just wouldn't be a stream without you.
Sure thing.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt when often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion, in your opinion, of the dock workers involved in the killing.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
I mean, from what I have heard, the guy was allegedly a whole-ass bastard.
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
I ain't the
Wait,
murdering type, but that's just
I
me.
meant to say, what does that
Large
mean?
organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Right.
It means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, this has been of limited
No
use.
problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a sip from his flask. Alright, man, thanks. Okay. Ken is the only not corrupt motherfucker in this entire fictional universe. Okay, am I thinking of the... No, wait, it's behind there, huh? So over here is Kuno Shack, and then it's like over there. Okay, right. God, do you kids ever go away from here? Wonder if I gotta check the trash again, if there's anything that's been put in here.
The trash container stands in the spring snow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Don't know if there's anything else in there to investigate right now. Freaking little twerking emote. Booty butt indeed. I'm walking because I'm trying to kill time before 2100. I know there's a bench I can literally just sit around on, but... Man. Okay, so I got the key to go down here.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
And now I'm wondering if maybe I could find the key to the suspicious door in the kitchen in the trash, like if I search there again.
The Royal Lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
Press your ear against the
The
door.
leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement.
Aw, he's really cute.
In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Use the key.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
I'm glad it auto-saved just there. He told me to just leave it. And see, I have a suspicion that there's like a camera or something inside, and so, or like there's someone watching me and he'll know if I go in. And it's like a test of trust or whatever. Like a test of loyalty to see if I'll just do what he says. But I really want to see what's in here.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Nice. I was like, well, I'm being given a key into one of the doors I haven't been able to go into before. I'm getting in there. Army of cats. That's something to look forward to.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
This is really the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash.
Who knows? Could be. But this clothes in the trash lead doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. Still, good thing to keep in mind.
The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Maybe I should put on my shirt in case they come back. Oh yeah, you sent that. I'm taking your stuff. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
It's with the sun.
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
Alright, what is that?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Bow down before the flag. Don't bow to the flag. I don't know.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colourful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Magnesium. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guess they're staying over? Well, the broke in stole the stuff, so I'm set here. not like a nationalist for this place.
Master investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
Yeah, I can't. It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world. It so is.
Boy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
You're so true, bestie. I am here to get my grubby little alcoholic cigarette-stained fingers into literally everything. I could probably go back to Everard. Go this way. I could go back to him and, let me see what he says. See if he actually did have someone watching me. Man, could you give me a key to that mysterious door in the kitchen? I'm really interested in what's in there. What's up, man? Thanks.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
The weasel I visited. Turns out he has one hell of a colonial monk collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, this mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrated on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. And man, with such a phony mug collection can't be that bad. Antiquated social
like
values.
I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
He touches his beret. Alright. LeBranch just admitted to him that whatever. Okay. I'm sure Taxes appreciates the game knowledge. I'm still really interested in what's in the shipping container. I will figure it out. Maybe I'll, like, level up my rhetoric again right now. Or, like, level up a couple times.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer
still
has
so
not
low.
lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And
Yeah.
as it's always been.
Seems like it. I totally opened the door and didn't steal everything in that guy's place.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Okay. I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall. I might just straight up tell him, or I might be like, the deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't, but he probably already knows I went inside. I'm very interested in his strange mugs, because I have a matching one that was in the trash.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Well, yeah, I was gonna explain why I found this. It's like, the mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment, and I found a similar mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes. Found about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'm gonna go with this one first.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
He grabs his head with both hands. I don't believe him.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
That sounded a little off there, a little sarcastic. Do you think this weasel has something to do with my case?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
I'm pretty sure you're holding my gun hostage, so I would consider that complication. I mean, I have no proof yet. This weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique, you'd make a great sergeant. There's more police work than whacking an imaginary baton. Say nothing. I'm gonna go with great technique, you'd make a great sergeant.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
So we're a victim.
A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine it considering I've seen it happen, but
He performs
not person,
a motion
but
as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Is that a rip on the Dole Company?
Everything they did there,
Or
they brought
Chiquita?
over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the
Oh.
elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there.
Mm-hmm.
I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Okay, you don't get your hands dirty personally, right? They move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
By how much I already don't trust this guy, I feel like he's playing up his physical inabilities to do stuff. He's acting like he's pretty much disabled. He's like, oh, I'm old and fat, I can't do anything. But I feel like this guy could just, like, get up and start running around if he wanted to. He wants people to underestimate him, I feel like.
Enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
3 of them?
One of them got down.
I mean, yeah, it does sound fun.
Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Okay. How did he end up hanging from that tree?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do,
He
we
raises his
push
finger.
to kill.
So, the whole neighborhood is in on it.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Okay, so who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
I figured as much, but okay.
They're like you. Idealistic people who want to make sure that bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Okay, so you believe they killed the hangman.
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
Are you sure he said it exactly like that? I'm not sure. He doesn't seem like he talks like that. He seems a bit less poetic.
He probably worded it differently.
Yeah.
But that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Are you not afraid that we're going to arrest them?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
There was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him?
He sounds pleasantly surprised. Yes, someone shot him in the head before they hanged him.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Harry. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
How did you take a look into that yard? I mean, probably through the cameras that you might have everywhere. Maybe they picked up your container and pointed it there.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my favourite policeman, Harry.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their M.O. It's what they do.
He slams his fist on the desk.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Okay, so you think the security contractor organized them?
You said it, Harry. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
And the name of the company is Krenel this time. It might have been Sediment before. Yeah, there was that thing that said they changed names a few times.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
They sure do seem to like you. You mentioned the lawyer girl. The gardener?
Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Okay, there was, it was like the Irish guy, the guy from Irish or whatever, Ubi. They said he was an Ubi. I think he mentioned that Everett sent someone off to a school, so it must have been her. Tell me about Hardy and the crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Okay, isn't there an 8th?
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
What more can you tell me? Who's second in command? Who's the most violent?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Revachol in mind.
The more I talk to this guy, I still don't entirely trust him, just because something about him seems like he's kind of like a little two-faced. But I feel like he actually does care about what he's doing here.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Everett, I met the Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course. It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Okay. I feel like this is the guy who has to be a little bit conniving to do what he does, and that's why I don't trust him. Is because he's just that kind of person who has to deal in these sort of shady things.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Mm-hmm. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Okay, so I have to come back to him.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
Well, I, as a player, am all for a socialist democratic state. I mean...
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Mm-hmm. I'm a patriot professional. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. Wouldn't that push me as, like, a ultra-liberal or whatever they call themselves? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you.
Okay.
You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
Mm-hmm, Mr. Quid Pro Quo. What would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and
He
then
pulls out an
mail it
envelope.
to my accountant in La Delta.
What's the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Well, I mean, I gotta say I approve of that.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is the place
On
exactly?
the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a
Damn, his
cul-de-sac
cats are
there,
fighting again.
a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Okay, I'll probably have to wait after tomorrow because I have to get the gate. I have to get the bridge open.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What will happen to the people who live there?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Well, I'll have to go talk to them as long as they're not being moved out of their houses.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Yeah. Are you 100% sure no one's gonna end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them.
Okay.
We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm
I have
looking
to
out
break
for
up the
all of
cats. Hold
Martinez,
on.
not just the harbour.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Yeah, it's like a very pro-union, pro-socialist Democrat. But also, I know some people have to get into some shady stuff. to deal with things like this. Even Manana was like, yeah, that guy's corrupt, but you know, he's doing good. So I'm like, yeah. Like, I definitely don't trust him, but I think that's because he doesn't trust me. He's over here trying to play mind games because that's what he's used to. That's also apparently what my character is used to, because he's a cop. If I can get over there, I'll ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
Okay.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Give me a few details concerning the murder.
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you. By all means, Harry, what's on your mind?
I feel like both this guy and Joyce are very similar. Like, Joyce also seems like the type, like, they're both kind of overly friendly, a bit overly familiar, and I feel like that's part of both of their jobs. What if I ask them about Joyce?
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see.
He adjusts a button on his sleeve.
Getting along.
Yeah.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Okay. I told Joyce that I met you. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her. Why haven't you let her in to see you? What happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing.
That man sounds annoying. He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go? Okay, another question.
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family.
He looks down in size.
God knows how long he's got left.
You call them a midget?
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
He seems a bit nervous.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Man frowns disapprovingly. Honestly, that seems like such a stupid thing that I don't think he is lying about that. And if Joyce did believe that a previous union member, previous leader vanished under mysterious circumstances, it could have just been a rumor that she heard from somewhere else. And also, this guy could have heard some suspicious things about Joyce.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Lowballing, of course.
He's suddenly very
serious. This
serious.
isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Interesting reasoning.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Pretty much, huh? told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Well, let's talk about something else then.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
This guy probably already knows that I met Joyce. He apparently knows quite a lot about me. He's got cameras and mics or something, or even just people creeping around watching from the balconies. So he already knows. I already know he already knows. In fact, he probably wants me to relay information between the two of them because he doesn't want to see her face to face.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
He makes an all-encompassing gesture.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
Okay.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Well, he's probably doing his quid pro quo, that's hard to say, quid pro quo thing again, and being like, oh, well, you can tell her anything about me, hoping that, you know, I'll continue to tell him things about her, that I'm being, like, the unwitting mediator between them. Okay, we might talk later, man. Can I, like, not go out this way? I'm wondering, like, what's in the area behind where, Racist Head is. Measure Head, that's what they call him. Like, how do I get over there? Hey, you over here. You don't think about my gun?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
He shakes his head with a wide smile.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the Whirling in Rags.
So who makes it at the Whirling?
Oh, the Whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay. Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He
Okay.
didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Alright, man, see you. I'm gonna go see if Manana tells me anything about that. Jamrock Shop. Confusing behavior. Speed gauge outside. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cover endurance raise. I haven't had a lot to do there. I don't know. Negative 2 visual calculus. Does that mean, like, what I need for it? Haven't found those yet. It's wrong. Okay. Then you truly must complete. What is... It just says research time, but what does that mean? I'm gonna try doing this, and then I don't know what this does. I'm gonna use that. Okay. Thought cabinet. I don't know how to get more thoughts. But I'm interested in what this one means, so... Like, what does that mean? Feels like the most important of the thoughts. I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but okay. Confusing behavior, but... It's clear you like to look inside containers. Maybe secrets, maybe juicy containers, all the containers? Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left by the Philippine kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, I haven't come across one of those yet, but one day. Wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orb de Montagne? Kinda wanna keep this one because I'm, okay. Dang it, maybe I shouldn't have given up on that other one. Ah, well. I'm gonna keep this one. I can just hit stop instead of... Okay. Like, I either have to stop it or I can forget it. Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna, like, let that go. Okay. Save my skill points until I need something. I gotta go check out the special borscht. Okay. And also, okay, it is 8 now, so...
You're back before the cargo container. It's...
I'm gonna open that eventually. Yeah, I don't know how to complete the other ones necessarily, but that one where it's just like, it takes 3 hours. I'm gonna let that one go. Three T's, how idiomatic.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
He looks at you with the soft and hazy eyes. There aren't any options yet to talk to him about the special borscht, but... Get out of my way, I am the law. I got a bag full of trash, a head full of empty. I do think there is a problem with certain, certain anti-capitalist groups where they, like, turn against people who get any sort of, like, means for themselves at all. Like, if they're living comfortably and have money, then it's like, oh, you've sold out, you're one of them now, we hate you. And it's like, letting people get more comfortable in their life and be able to afford things under the system that they unfortunately live in isn't bad.
Can I help you?
Well, I know I already paid, Hey, man.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo says you're friends with Manana, is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
What's in the borscht you're making?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Yes, nod, no, shake your head. Mercury rising, run your fingers through the air. Sorry, I don't understand you. What if I just say yes?
Borscht need more vodka?
He looks at the soup, then you. Vodka? Okay, so he's adding vodka to the soup?
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself.
Electrochemistry, we are trying to go cold turkey on the drugs and alcohol.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Yes, nod your fingers clockwise, turn the vodka up. No vodka, turn your fingers clockwise, cut it. I'll leave the cooking to you, shrug, I have business. Turn your fingers counterclockwise, cut it. I don't know. Oh, let me see rewriting. Yeah, I mean, kind of can't argue if someone's whole thing is like self-preservation. And if the passengers were possessed, I mean, you know. No vodka.
Gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I don't think anything else. Stay masculinely.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
I'm very interested in getting into this door. Gotta find the key somewhere. Okay, so there's vodka in the soup. Figured that out. Okay, I could try to talk to him again, but I kind of want campground for backup for that. There's this lady here. There's the mic. I don't have, the tape yet. I don't have the tape to play something sad. Okay, what else can I do for now? What does HE coordination mean again? I can't remember. I'm still trying to find her. I feel like it might be that lady who's up on the roof. I have to wait for tomorrow morning to get across the thing for that guy. I have to wait for her to call me back on, to call her back on Wednesday to do that. I also have to wait for Wednesday. I'm still looking for that. Okay. Still trying to find the badge. Something nice about the victim's tattoos. It takes some time. I'm still looking for that. Sing karaoke. I have to get a sad song on tape. Yeah, I'm working on that. Maybe I could read one of my case files, because that'll take some time. And I could have read one of the case files. It says it takes like 30 minutes, right? Oh, that's interesting. White envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Edward Clare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
But the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Is it actually a youth center?
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
I mean, I do kind of want to level up logic anyway. I was thinking about doing that. Logic has helped me out a lot, so do I have more of a chance now? No? It's just bouncing.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
You gotta do something.
Well, you could trick Everard. Get some random people to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will be already concluded.
You're not wrong, Logic. I certainly could do that. I mean... How would he know? I mean, he knows a lot of things. But maybe if I'm able to do it secretly... Oh, hey, what's up? Huh. I don't know enough about the character, but it sounds like some pretty complex stuff. Got the bullets, got... Interact with this one again to see if I know anything about the tattoos now.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Yeah, that's super cute.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Oh, right, I was gonna, hang out here and read another one of those case files. Wrong button. Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Ooh.
With the permeables
Might be a little
drawn
bit now.
inside. Just relax.
Yeah.
The 2 sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly.
Cheska's talking about Limbus Company character. Yeah.
The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know,
slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
I'm sure there's something in there that he even wanted to hide from himself, but I, as the player, want to see everything.
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
One of these things is not like the other. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Apricot flavored chewing gum sounds really good.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
It'll make me happy. Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
I'm gonna keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Is this gonna turn out to be a breakup letter or something? Or like, did this person die? A Limco is short for Limbus Company, which is a very strange game that Jessica's been playing. It has some really cool stories in it, and the characters are well written and interesting. The gameplay looks confusing as fuck, but it looks pretty neat. I don't know, I guess like if you've already read the books, then you could just go back and read your favorite one. Or if there's one of them that you maybe have trouble remembering or something, which you seem to have a good memory, so it's probably not a problem for you, but you can go back and read that one. Or just find your favorite chapter and read it over again. Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
Oh fuck, am I gonna wake up in time to go talk to that one guy?
You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Oh no.
No. Hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Fuck. Fall sideways, I guess. This art's fucking fantastic. Did I die? Wait, what?
There is nothing.
Wait, did I die from lost morale? Again? Nothing?
Nothing, sad brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who dat?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Well, that was cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brava.
Oh, fuck, I better not be dead.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smelled nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Excuse me, I said it smelled nice. Was that the X something? Where's Voyager Road? So my name appears to be Harry, and not just slightly motionless. Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Okay, so anyway, my name's Harry, right? Unfortunately not Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau, but...
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Well, then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that?
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Water?
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Again? Oh god, how long was I out? Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Thanks, man.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. You're back?
No drink.
I thought he wouldn't get back until tomorrow. Okay.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Oh, alright, good night, man. Okay, so someone left him a long time at some point, I'm guessing probably recently, and he's reeling from it and having an awful time. He's having so much emotional pain over it that he passed out just thinking about it.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
So true, bestie.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same. I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again. Fuck it. Start calling me to the motor call. Well, I should ask why he's back so quickly. Because I thought he wasn't supposed to be back until tomorrow, and I was worried that I woke up the next day without time to go talk to that guy.
That does sometimes happen.
Me and you the remains for your ledger.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. hath a leaked foot for cops.
I found this next to you. I'll tag along for the rest of the day if you don't mind. My business is concluded anyway. Are you okay to go?
Yeah, man, let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
For bonuses? +1 Inland Empire and empathy, makes with authority. I'm gonna put this in our hand, and then we're gonna go talk to that one guy. Alright. Oh yeah, I got a thought called White Morning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object letting out a sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. The thoughts are still a pretty confusing mechanic. This lady's still here reading, huh? Oh, it's a prequel? Yeah, it's back here, right?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Okay. Maybe I should add to conceptualization. I think I might have some sort of outfit piece that adds to that. Okay, but right now we're gonna go talk to that one guy. Yeah, this guy. Hey, what's up, man?
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from a cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
We got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes. Honestly, I'm just trying to not screw anything up. I'm not going to make things right, I'm just going to make them spectacular. Ignore his question. I was hoping to take a possible witness. Talk to a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the murder scene. That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out his slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door number 28. Is this a trap? By the way, I'm really digging the view here, points to the city skyline. Is it Friday tonight? Feels like Friday. Why would I want to meet your friend? Really digging the view here.
That's why I chose this place.
He looks away.
Martinez is special, isn't it?
His cigarette end glowing in the dark.
Wait. Suddenly you're digging things?
The lieutenant whispers to you, shaking his head. Why should I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Okay. Why would I say... Well, I don't know. I'm already weird enough. It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Well, I'll talk to your friend. I want to talk to you
That's
first.
nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Do we have a crush on this guy?
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where? But I just found you again. Go if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He gestures toward distant motorways, all leading to the Golden La Delta.
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Shut up, electrochemistry.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you can promise we can talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk.
The smoke
Just
assures
not
you,
tonight.
brushing his hand through the air. Okay, man.
Yeah, all right.
All right. He says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim? There's something so different about him I just can't put my finger on. He seems gay as hell, if you ask me. Also, I think you have a crush on him, Harry. Let's go, Kim. We have to interview his Sunday friend.
Different, of course.
Why is the shirt always unbuttoned? He's such a good listener. I like talking to him. There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves. Friggin', why does he smell good? Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. His shirt.
His shirt. His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
His mouth tightens as though trying to hold something back.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Okay, so Harry Dubois is a disaster buy. Hi. The Quarterly Business Magazine. What's under here? I'm gonna start snooping around your house. Huh. Samaran conical hat. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
I kind of get the feeling that the balcony smoker guy, smoker on balcony, is like a prostitute, perhaps? I mean, he's got his shirt open.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Okay, and he said Sunday friend, which sounds like the sort of, like, is euphemism the right word? I'm not sure, but, you know, it sounds like the sort of a discreet kind of thing that someone would say about one of their customers.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Okay.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind this black Samaran hat. But I'm trying so hard to get down to business.
Let me just say it has been an emotional week for me.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air comes in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook
But we didn't
and
close
nods
the
to
door.
you to proceed.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer. like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, so you're some kind of bureaucrat. What is this international community? What is the price stability? Okay, what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off.
Oh, fuck.
This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
You're some kind of bureaucrat.
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moralité.
He glances at the watch. What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
Okay. What do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Right, Joyce mentioned something about that. What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
Doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Okay.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Thank you, Kim.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Okay, I'll ask you something else.
Below. No. 2 below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my question.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Yes, please. I love collecting items.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
Okay. I've heard about the moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Turn to Kim. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern bitches. Oh, turn to Kim. So we're actually working for the moral intern. That doesn't seem so bad. Mind babies. I guess I want to be nice to this guy. I just don't know what to think about the moral intern.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
More nefarious powers. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Revachol.
A very moralist answer.
The man nods.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Okay, what is a normal, stable world? Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
How about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy.
Okay.
But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. That's kind of true. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? I want more action. I mean, like, the moralists... Based on what little I know about the moralists so far, it seems like they kind of stepped in there and try and impose what they think is best for everyone, but also... I mean, it's like everyone seems to be trying. Everyone is trying, and everyone has different methods and motives. I'm honestly kind of more on the socialist side here, but... Okay, democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. I guess that's kind of the one I'm vibing more.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It can be corrupted, definitely. It didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. We just haven't tried real communism yet. And you're telling me this world here is working out well. I mean, it does seem like the coalition did crush everything violently. I haven't tried real communism yet. I mean, this world here is working out well.
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend.
I mean, you're not wrong there. You gotta push for tiny, tiny little amounts of progress forward.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
What is Sur-la-Cliff?
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
There's a lot of exposition all at once.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Yeah, I'm still kind of weirded out by the moralists. Like, they really do seem like they're just trying to have sort of like a parental figure kind of thing going on over everyone. Like, they really think they know what's best for everyone. It kind of weirds me out. I'm not sure I'm really into it.
Darling? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Cliff's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Okay, so they came in and colonized and pushed their culture on everyone. I mean, that's happened throughout history, but...
Jamrock and
I know
other
they had their
parts of
reasons,
the
but also
international
dang.
zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Meatballs and mashed potatoes sounds good, though. Okay, what else?
Whatever you wish, officer.
Oh yeah, you said you were like reading them simultaneously or something, which is definitely an interesting way to do that. I can't remember which one Sejanus is. Did you actually witness the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Aha. That's just what you've been looking for. Is because you did it, Mr. Belladrone. Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
The lieutenant is already scribbling down notes.
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. but they were very loud and very Martinez.
Martinez. He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Yeah, we're still looking for the 8th guy. Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Human? What are you saying? The fatter, really buff people can't be human? Come on, man.
I went back inside.
Okay.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
I mean, if they saw you looking...
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were
I
they?
believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Okay, so the Hardy Boys were there, but we found the bullet, so what happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
That does seem strange. Well, why didn't you call the
Right,
RCM?
of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Okay.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
Didn't check your watch?
My watch.
He looks at his watch.
Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself,
No,
did you?
I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, it was a waste of time. But he did say the windows went off and confirmed that it was the Hardy Boys. I wonder if this guy is trying to mislead us?
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself. Is it warm there, cold, something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to immigrate.
How did you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that
Au
way.
contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
Yeah, that makes sense. You still haven't told me who he is, though.
Sorry, who?
Dan throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony, we were just
But
talking
I
about
told
him.
you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Oh. I thought he was going to die 6 whole chapters ago. Struggling on, I guess. Yeah, it sounds like a creepy character. Sounds like sort of a good... I'm guessing he's like a villain or morally ambiguous sort of character, based on what you described. Seems like he really sucks. Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, Printmaking? Who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. Isn't it rude for your friend to leave you alone like
We're
this?
old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes.
Alright.
I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
Okay.
I'm all ears, officer.
Well, that's all I got for now, apparently.
Officer,
oh, yes.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
I just want to take a look around at this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
He glances at his watch.
Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay, seems kind of nervous about that watch. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Dishes soaked in a pot. Let me put this here for now. Now that I have that ledger, I kind of want to keep wearing it. You know, holding it. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. An empty ashtray. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Expensive meds perfumes lingers in the air. Party dragon silk robe. I'm gonna take it. I feel kind of bad stealing from this guy, but also like, can you tell me about this crazy hat I found?
Else? The coalition is only looking. The economy impacts the. Whatever you wish,
okay.
Officer. Of course. I'm glad.
I should have asked him about the hat when I had a chance. Dang it. Transparency has always been our highest priority. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay, well then. I still can't get into here, huh? Unless it's open at a certain time.
Yes?
Okay. I wonder if that one guy is ever gonna come back? The guy whose apartment I broke into the first time? I wonder if I'd be able to ask her about the tattoos.
Give me a moment.
Just wondering where I'm gonna find my damn badge. If she's still hanging out up here.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Neither do I. Pat your similarly wet cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
Did I already ask her about the... Yeah, I did,
the man
but...
who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
How's you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the forced day to the backstay on this.
Okay.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay, so I have to find that damn badge. The kids head out after a while, right? That's... Okay, these two kids are still over here. Bother you.
Trying to sneak up on me again?
Okay. Did go into this one room. I'm surprised I don't get an option to talk to him about what I talked to Everard about. Or, like, brief him on what I've been doing this whole time. Where is... Oh, okay. Okay, it's been 2 hours, so I should probably find a stopping point for the stream at least. There's a beast in there. I wish I could, like, see how much cans I have in it, because I can't remember. -2 authority. I guess that we're gonna do the debriefing thing up here. We do have to... Okay, since Kim is back, maybe I could, like, try to, talk to them again.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Yeah, did he get the information from... Okay, me and Everard talked. He promised he'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
He spits.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
I would never tell on someone. I ain't no snitch. Yeah, I'm really bad at stopping at the time I try to stop at. I would never tell on someone.
I would, though.
I would, though. As if we were commenting on the weather.
Typical Bino Claude. Always a tattletale.
He shakes his head resentfully and continues.
Everard sent word you two would be around again. That's the only reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
Okay.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
I found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
He pats the back of his head.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
He gives you an indulgent look.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
They're really dancing around the subject here.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
He taps on his right temple. I'm gonna show you and ask you again, why was this show them the bullet in the victim's head? I think the hanging was cover for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later. Show them the bullet.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
The little man leans in to inspect the leaden blossom.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
That would have healed up a lot better, I feel like.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
Helene pinches the root of his nose.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
He throws his head back.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk.
The little guy looks you in the eye.
I hope he stays sober.
Oh, I'm shaking my little booties.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During?
She spreads her arms.
This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
You sound a little nervous. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment. Oh, OBS disconnected.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere. Yeah, I'm, not doing great on that. Okay, did that reconnect? I think it did. Alright. Or, no, it didn't. I have no idea if it reconnected or not. Well, I'm gonna... Oh, okay, it says reconnection successful. Okay, I guess that disconnected for a bit, but I'm gonna... Okay, so what I want to do for this one is I want to finish this conversation, and then I want to go to the balcony at 2200, and I want to see if we get another nightly summary, and then I'll have my guy go to bed, and then wake up the next day, and then I have to sign off. That will be my stopping point. I just want to finish the day. I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
The tall man crosses his arms on his chest. Well, you see, he wasn't a local.
That's just contactis, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Well, my witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
Titus scratches the backs of his head and asks, well, I wouldn't tell you, obviously, because you'd probably go try to kill him, and also I'm pretty sure he's already, like, on a boat out of here or something.
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Charles Village-Rorian, a high-ranking government official from Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Let's just say he's a high-ranking government official and leave it at that. Who he is irrelevant. I'm definitely not going to give out his name. I don't want to let them know if he's a high-ranking government official, but that might intimidate them a little bit, maybe. Who he is irrelevant. Let's just say, well that might... But then this might make it seem like I'm just making him up. Let's just say he's a high-ranking government official and leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
Titus looks over his shoulders at men. Okay. Seems like he's putting on some bravado, but...
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate.
He turns to you.
Tell us, Copper. What wacky claims did he make?
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion. Witness saw he saw two people of Areopagite descent and one mask. Witness said it all looked like a surreal play. Left by the witness. Said the hanging went down very quietly.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets.
He says provokingly.
What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking. Weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right. I'm convinced, Glenn.
He nods
Nothing
sarcastically.
off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
Glenn said he saw 2 people of Arab-Ajite descent and 1 mask.
Arab-Ajite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too. I already told you. We were all there.
Glenn said it looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
The mist spits on the ground angrily. They're definitely getting defensive, like
It
even
means the
more
whole scene
defensive.
was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Well, they wanted everyone to see them hanging the guy. Like, they wanted to make sure that everyone saw him hanging him, so any witnesses would be like, yep, they hung him.
Shanky. It's Shanky, right?
He doesn't
I
wait
thought
for an
there was
answer.
something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook, info about the witness.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
Okay, no matter what, they're gonna be like, you're making it up, but they know I'm right.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing so great,
You're doing
Glenn.
a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Alright, I'm gonna take off now. Alright, I don't know if we're gonna do the same summary thing, but let's go try it. I already paid him for tonight's thing, and I have enough for 2 more nights. I forgot something. Fuck, I forgot something. Fuck, I forgot something. Hold on. I forgot something. Out of my way is police business. I am the law. I've never chosen the I am the law option on like any of these, but it is very funny. I forgot about the thing. I need to keep it on ice for some reason, right? This just in case I find more trash while I'm down here. Okay. I'm still gonna sign off after I go to the balcony and see if there's that thing. But first I have to go put the computer thing on ice. Or maybe in the fridge at least? I mean, do I have to do that? I don't even know if I have to do that.
Tiles on the cube are still the filament
The production
slides
schedule.
out of its glowing.
Okay, let's see if I can put it back, back over there. Can I, like, put it in the bear? Wait, did I pass the bear again? Why do I keep passing the bear? It's right here.
The bear's eyes are dead.
Okay, I don't have an option to do that. Do I have an option to put it back in here?
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the no. This is going to need something else. If you want to try again.
Equip the pry bar by going...
I know how to equip the pry bar. Okay. I'm just gonna put this back in the computer and try to find the password later. Because I have no idea where to find the freaking password.
Tiles on the cube are still like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there, and then, Oh wait, what? But where are the clothes that used to display? On the mannequin? Oh yeah, there's this lady up here. Okay, The floorboards creak. Guess we gotta just, I'll just go back down to the basement and go through the other way so I can get back to the whirling. I don't even know if we're gonna do the summary thing. I'll stop making him run around. Last time he was like, he ran around a lot, and I was like, oh. Let's freaking take a chill pill here. Alright. We're gonna do a little summary thing? Alright, just see you in the morning? Cool.
Yes?
I'm pretending there's a good night man option. Okay, so I guess he's also staying here again. See you, man. I'm kinda interested if I, like, go tap on his door and be like, hey, let's talk about the case, but I don't know, I'll try that on another night.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it.
Alright, let's go bed. Maybe I should try to clean up a little bit.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
God damn it, Linux system, let me sleep.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Have I, like, should I have been, like, trying to eat something? Don't know how we've done that,
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault. It's all the system's fault. The system failed me. This body's worthless anyway. Nobody does anything nice to it. I don't know, because I don't entirely know what his past is yet. It seems like at some point his wife left him, that's why he has an ex-wife. I think. And he feels betrayed by her. Maybe he didn't have enough support in the system to help him either? I don't know. I'm gonna blame the system, though.
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because you're failing it.
Okay, these are my justicers. I will endure this pain with dignity. No, please, where is that blessed nothingness, the sweet oblivion? I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Are those your drug dealers?
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital.
Not yet, anyway.
All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
No, I mean, if you change up your habits and drink more water and stuff, you could start healing.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here then, back to the other place. I will, I'm looking at people all the time, I like them. Human beings will always betray you. I'm looking at people all the time.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them are nice. Others are scared.
You're so right, Volition.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
You're also so true, bestie.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
My god, all my besties are here tonight.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness?
Shut up, depression.
Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
That's how the world goes. It just goes on, whether or not you're there.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock.
Maybe I could forget and let go of the world for a little bit and fall asleep. You guys would shut up half the night. Okay. Alright, I have to make myself sign off. Okay, I have to make sure I save. Okay, now it's Wednesday, so there's some other stuff I have to do on Wednesday specifically. But I gotta do that next time, because it's 12:30 a.m. where I live, and I gotta go to bed. Well, I gotta check some other stuff, then go to bed, but yeah.